Sabalenka beaten in epic Wuhan semi-final by Pegula. World number 1 Aryna Sabalenka's 20-match winning streak at the Wuhan Open came to an end as Jessica Pegula rallied from 5-2 down in the deciding set to win and set up a final against Coco Gauff. Sabalenka had won in Wuhan in each of the past 3 tournaments and looked set to reach the final again when she broke twice to take command of the third set. But 31-year-old Pegula dug deep to win 4 games in a row. Sabalenka survived 2 match points to force a tiebreak but had nothing left as American Pegula won 2-6, 6-4, 7-6, 7-2. Earlier, French Open champion Gauff put in a stuttering performance but secured victory over Jasmine Paolini to reach the final. The 21-year-old beat the Italian 7th seed 6-4, 6-3 in a match featuring 11 breaks of serve in a row to reach her first final since her win at Roland Garros in June. Gauff may have won in straight sets but struggled on serve, being broken 5 times and serving 7 double faults. "I'm really happy with how I played today. It was tough, especially playing on the serve, but I did what I needed to do to get through," Gauff said. "Sabalenka and Pegula are great players, and I've lost to them both before. But overall, I'm just going to focus on my side of the court and try to control the things I can control." The clock ticked well past dusk in Wuhan. The lights on center court glowed like celestial beacons, illuminating every blade of paint, every seam in the net, every bead of sweat on the players' brows. This was not a match for the faint-hearted. This was a match that would be remembered. Aryna Sabalenka, the indomitable force of power, the 3-time defending champion in Wuhan, the unbeaten titan in this territory, faced Jessica Pegula, the resolute American underdog on a winding, battle-scarred journey through the draw. What unfolded was nothing short of epic, a contest of wills, of momentum swings, of sheer nerve under pressure. Setting the stage. Sabalenka, at this tournament, in this city, was invincible. She had built up a 20-match winning streak in Wuhan, having claimed the title 3 years running. Women's Tennis Association +3 Wikipedia +3 Women's Tennis Association +3 to defeat her here was almost a mythic quest. She entered the semi-final not just as favorite, but as ruler of this domain. Pegula, meanwhile, had navigated a gauntlet of 3-set matches. As the reports say, 7 of her last 8 matches had gone the distance by the time she reached this point. Women's Tennis Association +3 Women's Tennis Association +3 The playoffs +3 She was battle-hardened, tested, but perhaps slightly frayed. Few would pick her to disrupt Sabalenka's fortress. The match began, and Sabalenka roared. She broke early, asserted dominance, played with her typical mix of brute force and aggression. The scoreboard read 6-2 in her favor for the first set. Pegula looked out of sorts, both in rhythm and confidence. But that was only the first act. The shift in tide. In the second set, Pegula found a foothold. She adjusted, smoother returns, steadier baseline exchanges, fewer gratuitous errors. The mood shifted. She broke Sabalenka's serve, then consolidated. She kept the pressure on. The set slipped away from Sabalenka, and Pegula took it 6-4. Momentum had begun its subtle, dangerous drift. By the third set, the match felt like a pendulum. Sabalenka surged ahead. She went up 5-2. At that moment, many spectators, many pundits, would have whispered, "This is over." She even had match points in her hand. To many eyes, she stood on the brink of another routine passage into yet another final. But tennis is a cruel mistress when momentum is stolen. Pegula, like a boxer staggering but refusing to stay down, fought back. She chipped away. She clawed games. She held when she needed to hold. She broke again. She nervously served for the match at 5-3, or close, but faltered. 4 double faults haunted her attempt. Sabalenka's frustration bubbled. She saw her dominance slipping. The final was decided in a tiebreak. In that crucible moment, Pegula unleashed steel. She raced to 7-2, dominating the mini-battle. She closed the match, 2-6, 6-4, 7-6, 2. Women's Tennis Association +4 Reuters +4 The playoffs +4. In doing so, she became the first player ever to defeat Sabalenka in Wuhan, ending that 20-match streak. Women's Tennis Association +4 The playoffs +4 Ubitennis +4. The drama behind the stats. Let us linger on the human dimension of that tiebreak, that final swing. In that moment, every nerve, every clutch muscle, every memory of previous matches, all mattered. Pegula, known for grit, had been in wars before. But to climb from 2 to 5 down, to knock Sabalenka off her pedestal in her own city, this was personal. She had lost to Sabalenka multiple times in high-stakes matches. UBA Tennis +3 the playoffs +3 Women's Tennis Association +3 this was a chance for reclamation. Sabalenka, too, felt the weight. She is a player of explosive talent and emotional intensity. When things go awry, her temper can flicker. When control is lost, frustration seeps in. Reports say she flung her racket in exasperation when trailing. UBA Tennis +2 Tennis World USA +2 the shift from dominance to uncertainty amplifies every misstep. In the tiebreak, Pegula's steady head won out. Sabalenka's forehand, once a cannon, evaporated under pressure. The Belarusian, who had produced so many winners earlier, simply could not muster the same clarity in the final stretch. This was not merely a technical defeat. This was a narrative reversal, the invincible champion unseated, the underdog rising at the moment of greatest risk. What it means for Sabalenka. Her aura in Wuhan is forever altered. To lose in the semi-final after 3 consecutive titles is not a failure in totality, but it is a crack in the armor. Her aura of perfection on Chinese hard courts is dented. But her season is still stellar. Even in defeat, making the semis ensures she holds, or secures, the year-end #1 ranking. Women's Tennis Association +3 Wikipedia +3 Wikipedia +3 Her dominance over the tour is hardly shaken by one match, especially one as torturous as this. Still, the loss will sting. She will study tapes, dissect errors, temper her emotional tide, refine her game where it slipped. For champions, moments like this are crucibles. They either harden or fracture. For Pegula, this is a coronation of resilience. It is her finest victory not because she beat Sabalenka, she has before, but because she broke a streak, in a place where Sabalenka was deemed immovable. She ends Sabalenka's Wuhan dynasty. She enters the final riding not just momentum, but narrative power. Beyond the immediate, this win signals, Pegula is not merely a contender, she is a force. She showed she can dig when behind, close under pressure, and stand tall when all odds are against her. She restarts her story, no longer just the consistent grinder, but the one who can slay giants on their own turf. For the broader landscape, the semi-final field in Wuhan this year was remarkable. All 4 semi-finalists were ranked in the top 10. Women's Tennis Association +3 Wikipedia +3 Wikipedia +3 It was a vindication of depth in women's tennis. But this match, this upset, may mark a shift. We are reminded that even the most dominant run can be stormed. Every surface has its vulnerability. Every champion carries, tucked in their psyche, the seeds of doubt that can sprout in a tiebreak or a final game. The outcome also sets up an All-American final, Pegula versus Coco Gauff. 2 different styles, 2 ambitions, 1 title to chase. Women's Tennis Association +3 Reuters +3 The playoffs +3.